Did you know that 60% of people never negotiate their salary? That's a huge missed opportunity. Many workers are leaving money on the table simply because they feel too scared or unsure of how to ask. But here's the kicker: research shows that employees who do negotiate their salary earn, on average, 7% more than those who don't. If you're tired of feeling underpaid or anxious about asking for a raise, you're in the right place. In this video, we'll break down the best strategies to negotiate a salary raise without fear. We'll cover the mindset shift you need, how to prove your worth, and, most importantly, how to handle any objections that come your way. By the end, you'll have all the tools you need to confidently ask for the raise you deserve and get it. So, stick with me, and let's make sure you're never underpaid again. Chapter 1: Mindset Mastery. Transform fear into confidence when it comes to salary negotiations. The first hurdle you need to overcome is fear. A 2019 study by Robert Half found that nearly 70% of workers feel nervous about asking for a raise. But here's the thing: fear is natural. What matters is how you respond to it. The key is shifting your mindset from fear to confidence. Start by reminding yourself that you're not asking for a raise because you need more money, but because you deserve it. Your performance, dedication, and value to the company have earned you this conversation. Instead of viewing this as a confrontation, treat it as a collaborative discussion where both you and your employer benefit. Adopt a growth mindset. According to psychologist Carol Dweck, people who embrace challenges and see failures as learning opportunities are more likely to succeed. Apply this to salary negotiations. See any objections or doubts as chances to refine your pitch and grow professionally. Reframe the conversation in your mind. Instead of thinking, "I'm asking for a raise," think, "I'm discussing my future and aligning my compensation with my contributions." This simple shift in perspective can reduce the fear and empower you to approach the negotiation with confidence. Another tactic is visualizing success. Studies show that visualization can boost performance, whether in sports or business. Imagine yourself walking into the room, calmly stating your case, and receiving the raise you've worked for. This mental exercise can help you feel more prepared and less anxious. Finally, remember that your boss is human too. They understand that salary discussions are part of the professional world. They're not going to judge you for advocating for yourself. In fact, most employers appreciate employees who know their worth and are willing to discuss it. Chapter 2: Value over Price. Understand your worth beyond the dollar. Before you even think about negotiating, you need to truly understand your value. It's easy to get caught up in how much you want to earn, but it's more important to focus on how much you're worth to the company. If you can make a compelling case for your value, the money part will follow. Start by listing your achievements over the past year. Did you meet sales goals? Lead a project? Implement a new process that improved efficiency? Make sure you have specific, measurable results that demonstrate your impact. For example, if you helped streamline a workflow that saved the company time, highlight the hours saved and how that translated into financial savings. Next, research your role in industry standards. Use websites like Glassdoor, Payscale, and LinkedIn Salary to compare your current compensation with the average salary for your position in your region. This data will help you set a benchmark for what's fair and reasonable. But remember, compensation is not just about money. It's also about benefits, work-life balance, and career development opportunities. According to a 2020 report by Gallup, employees who feel their work provides meaning are 2.5 times more likely to stay with their employer. So, make sure to also evaluate the full picture of what your job offers. You also need to show that your value is constantly growing. If you've taken any courses, certifications, or have gained new skills, make sure to bring them up in your negotiation. Continuous learning is an asset, and employers want to know that their employees are evolving with the market. Understanding your worth also means knowing when to walk away. According to a 2018 study by Payscale, employees who successfully negotiate their salary are 10% more likely to feel satisfied with their jobs than those who don't. If you can't align your worth with your current compensation, it might be time to explore other opportunities. Before we continue, if you're finding this video helpful so far, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, so you never miss valuable career tips like these. Chapter 3: The Data-Driven Approach. Research like a pro. One of the most powerful tools you can use in a salary negotiation is data. Without facts, you're relying on emotions and guesswork. Researching salary trends, industry standards, and company performance can give you a solid foundation to make your case. First, gather salary data specific to your industry and location. Websites like Glassdoor and Payscale can help you find average salaries for your position. Be sure to look for data that's specific to your geographic area, as compensation varies widely across regions. For example, a marketing manager in New York will likely earn more than one in a smaller city due to the cost of living. Next, consider the company's financial health. If your employer is performing well financially, they may have more room in their budget for salary increases. On the other hand, if they're facing financial challenges, it's important to approach the conversation carefully. If the company is growing and profits are up, this is the perfect time to ask for a raise. In fact, 43% of employees who received a raise cited company performance as a key factor in the decision, according to a report from Payscale. You should also gather data on your own performance. Take note of any positive feedback you've received, whether it's from managers, clients, or coworkers. The more specific you can be about your accomplishments, the stronger your case will be. For example, rather than saying "I did a good job," you could say, "I led a team that increased sales by 15% last quarter." Don't forget to consider the broader market trends. Are salaries in your industry rising or declining? The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics tracks trends in wages and employment, which can provide a helpful context for your negotiations. In 2023, the average wage increase for American workers was 4.3%, according to the Bureau. Knowing this can give you a better sense of what's reasonable to ask for. Lastly, arm yourself with knowledge about your company's compensation philosophy. Some companies have a set pay structure, while others are more flexible. If you can find out which category your company falls into, you'll be able to tailor your approach. It's also a good idea to know if salary increases are typically tied to annual reviews or if they can happen at any time. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time to do so. Get all the tips you need to level up your career. Chapter 4, Timing is Everything. When to make your move. Knowing when to ask for a raise can be just as important as how you ask for one. Timing your request carefully can increase your chances of success. According to a 2021 study by the Society for Human Resource Management, SHRM, the best time to ask for a raise is after a major accomplishment or project success. If you've recently completed a significant project or exceeded expectations, your employer is more likely to be in a positive frame of mind and ready to reward your hard work. One strategic time to ask is during your company's performance review cycle. This is when salary adjustments are typically planned, and management is already in a mindset to discuss raises. But don't wait until your review is over to bring up the topic. If you've consistently exceeded goals or demonstrated exceptional value, you can use that to justify a discussion before the review process. Another good time is during the company's fiscal year planning. Many organizations allocate budgets for raises and bonuses at the start of the fiscal year. If your company is entering a profitable period, it might be more open to discussing salary adjustments. A report by Glassdoor found that employees who ask for a raise during the budgeting phase of the year are 20% more likely to succeed than those who don't. But what if your company is struggling? In that case, you may want to wait for a better time. If there's been a significant downsizing, or if business isn't doing well, it might not be the best time to bring up a raise. You can still prepare for the future, but focus on performance and look for signs of company growth before making your move. Remember, timing also means being aware of your boss's schedule and workload. A recent Harvard Business Review study showed that employees who request raises during particularly stressful times, like after a major company crisis, are less likely to get a favorable response. Pay attention to when your boss is most calm and open to discussions. Finally, be mindful of your personal timing. If you're feeling confident and have achieved great things, that's the perfect time to initiate the conversation. Don't wait until you feel desperate or frustrated. Asking for a raise when you're emotionally balanced and positive is much more effective. Chapter 5, Rehearse your pitch. Master the art of delivery. You've done the research, you've built your case, and now it's time to deliver. But even with the best data, your pitch can fall flat if not delivered correctly. Rehearsing your pitch is one of the most effective ways to ensure you make a confident, convincing argument. According to a study by the University of California, employees who practice their negotiation skills were 30% more successful in achieving their desired salary. Start by writing down exactly what you want to say. Be clear and concise. Employers appreciate a straightforward approach, so avoid rambling or getting off topic. A clear, confident presentation will give your argument more weight. Next, practice in front of a mirror or with a friend. This can help you build confidence and ensure that you're speaking with clarity. If you're rehearsing with a friend, ask them to give you constructive feedback on your tone, body language, and the strength of your argument. Role-playing like this will help you feel more natural when the time comes. Your tone matters just as much as your words. According to communication expert Albert Mehrabian, 55% of communication is nonverbal. This means that how you say something is just as important as what you say. Practice speaking with a calm and confident tone, and use strong, positive body language. Standing tall, making eye contact, and avoiding nervous gestures will make you appear more confident and capable. Remember, your pitch isn't just about salary. It's about your value, your contributions, and your long-term potential. Focus on the ways you've contributed to the company's success and how you plan to continue adding value. By keeping your pitch centered around mutual benefit, you'll show that this is a discussion, not a demand. It also helps to anticipate questions or objections from your employer. What if they say they can't afford it right now? What if they offer a smaller raise than you expected? By preparing responses to these potential roadblocks, you'll appear more composed and ready for any outcome. Lastly, don't rush your delivery. A calm, measured pace will make you sound more confident. According to a study published in Psychological Science, people who speak more slowly and deliberately are perceived as more competent and credible. Chapter 6, Negotiation Tactics. Handle objections like a pro. Even if you've done everything right, there's still a chance your employer may say no or offer you less than what you expected. Don't panic. The key to successful salary negotiations is how you handle objections. According to research from the University of Michigan, employees who calmly respond to objections are 25% more likely to successfully negotiate a higher salary. Start by staying calm. If your boss says no, don't take it personally. A no is often just the beginning of a conversation, not the end. Ask for feedback and find out what you need to improve in order to make a raise possible in the future. Acknowledging their concerns and showing that you're open to constructive criticism will make you seem more adaptable and professional. Another tactic is to stay silent after receiving a response. Silence can be incredibly powerful in negotiations. A 2017 study by the Journal of Applied Psychology found that silence creates psychological pressure, making the other party more likely to fill the gap with additional offers. After your employer responds, give them time to reconsider their position and possibly make a counteroffer. You can also negotiate non-salary benefits if a raise isn't possible. If the company is facing financial difficulties, explore other forms of compensation. Extra vacation days, flexible working hours, or opportunities for professional development are all valuable perks. According to a 2020 survey by Glassdoor, 60% of employees said that non-monetary benefits had a positive impact on their job satisfaction. If you receive a smaller raise than you expected, don't immediately accept it. Instead, ask for a timeline or specific goals to reach in order to earn the additional amount you were hoping for. This shows that you're committed to growing within the company and willing to work towards meeting your employer's expectations. Finally, always express gratitude, no matter the outcome. Showing appreciation, even if you don't get exactly what you want, leaves the door open for future negotiations. In fact, a study by LinkedIn found that employees who express gratitude after a negotiation are 45% more likely to receive a raise in the future. Negotiating a salary raise is a process, not a one-time event. By staying calm, staying persistent, and handling objections gracefully, you can increase your chances of securing the raise you deserve. With the right strategies, you can turn any negotiation into a win. If you've found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe for more career tips and strategies to help you succeed.